Alright, so, alright, let's discuss this. Celebrity was been called a racist by a lot of Latinos who are Mexican descent. I'm surprised the Puerto Ricans didn't say anything. Now let me say to y'all, I have a lot of issues with Miss Lovely or Unlovely, Uneducated T. Uneducated T. She gonna sit here and say, and like I said, Tekashi's 9 is Meserican. Let me break it down to Miss Uneducated, Unlovely T. That's why the Mexicans call you racist, because you are very uneducated and you don't want to admit that you're wrong. That's why you block people. That's why Tasha K called your behind out. I called your behind out. Gave you 3 or 5 called you out. And so many people called you out. Miss Unlovely choose to be uneducated and promote ignorance and T. So Miss Unlovely, T that's spoiled and don't need to be drinking unless you want to get food poisoning. Tekashi 6ix9ine is Meserican. I'm gonna say it again, Meserican. Daddy was over here Puerto Rican. Mother is from Mexico. She's not Chicana. She's Mexican American by her nationality, being a citizen, but she's from Mexico. Okay, so I agree that he was poacher cooning. Okay, and I'm not, no offense to any Treyway. I don't want no beef with y'all brothers, but y'all was cooning along with it, meaning not only engaging criminal behavior that make us minorities, and I'm gonna speak on my African American side, okay? Because I had Spanish roots too. Remember, my mama's long distance family tree includes Spain from Louisiana, so I do claim that, okay? I claim all my roots. I claim my Black, French, Spanish, Irish, English, and I don't claim one drop rule. One drop rule was our master's rule to put us on the plantation so we can, with one drop, black, they be slaves. That's why they were raping. It was kicking, beating people up. So I'm not the coon here, and I do put it on paper what I'm mixed with, okay? And I ain't ashamed of it. So on my African American side, okay, and also Hispanic side too. Even though my Hispanic roots are not Latin American, there are Louisiana Creole connection, okay? But we both relate to Spain, right? Okay, thank you. To minorities, we've been depicted as thugs, cholo thugs, all this stuff. Even Trump said Mexico's not seen as best. And folks said, fuck Black Lives Matter when a brother is shot by the police, because they see us as criminal first. So when I say Cooney, I'm not talking about, you being born with African American heritage mixed with some other bloodline, let's be real, or you being mixed with Native American, whatever, and also Mexican, African in them too, besides Spanish and Native. I mean, let's be real, okay? And other Latinos too, okay? Afro-Mestizo mixture. The 3 races. Actually, we all Afro-Mestizo. We all tri-racial. Black, white, Native American. Thank you. Okay? Because Afro-Mestizo mixed with Black, white, Native American, so are Latinos. The same thing. Okay? We just categorized different and culturally different and blah, blah, blah. Truth of the matter is, when we back up, or we get in some trouble that we innocent of, white society chose to choose to pick racist ones, the negative side. Even you have been a criminal and you change your life, they bring up your criminal record. And I see this on Facebook. He didn't do nothing. He's illegal. All these little build the wall, all these little, and then you have the minorities participating. Would there be Africans saying, yeah, build the wall on the meat, and you have the Hispanic side, who being coconuts, Porchos, were saying, yeah, the nigga, and I laugh because you have African blood in you too. Even though you don't look black, but we can trace that background way back in 1600 and 1700 and 1500 when Spaniards conquered the North America and South America part of it, okay, and brought later on they tried to slay the Native, which they did slay the Native Americans, but when they didn't was successful, they went to Africa and brought some slaves there, okay. Let's call it like it is, and it was mixing. Okay, so don't come at me and say we not no negro. I don't got no negro. None of that. You do got negro. Okay, at the end of the day, when we get in some trouble, when we innocent crime or even whatever, or we get confrontation by the police, what they first do, think of us as criminals. Yes. Oh, he was doing what he was doing. The first thing is like you're guilty before you're innocent, right? So when I say cooning, I'm talking about that because as a person of color, as a minority, whether Africans and Hispanic, whatever, you want to change that. Okay, I understand that people in the gangs like Tradeway and other gangs, whether Africans and Hispanic gangs, many folks came from bad homes. Trust me, I read psychology and sociology, okay? But let's not be a product of the environment no more. Let's move on in 2020, okay? That's what I mean, okay? But Tekashi 69 was about that life, okay? On my channel, I'm going to be real. Tell me he's not a gangster. His father passed away behind that, who's Puerto Rican, Lovey T, uneducated Lovey T. Listen, escucha me in Spanish. Okay? I mean, listen to me. Thank you. And then he later on, hold up. Then he adapt. He was still in selling dope when he was in the bodega. I mean, what's that? The Caucasian man that be on YouTube talking about the stars before they was famous? Yes, I followed that and also read a little bit of it on Wikipedia. This dude was already doing thugging behavior already. So if he was already doing thugging behavior, it led to gang behavior, and he had connections, and he was already promoting his music in Europe, okay, which led him to be famous. And yes, it seems, I'm just looking at what I'm observing, Treyway picked up when he was trying to reach out to Treyway, and he used him, and then therefore, but then the cooley comes in when y'all allow this dude call you nigga. First of all, I would never call myself a nigga. I'm glad my family raised me on my dad's side. That's not a good word, and even we got into it when the word was used, okay, towards me, and I disrespect my elder, and you know, okay, the word nigga, anybody who has a turkey would never lower themselves. Well, you say you an Afro speak. Let me explain why I say I'm an Afro speak, because I'm Spanish in me, and I'm African descent along with some other bloodlines as well, okay? Truth about it is, people mock me, okay, and make fun of me for mentioning my mixed background. And I get this all the time because I have hosts in my family. Well, if we do mention it, something like I don't give a damn. My family blood's thick in the water, right? Okay, you know, of course, toxic families don't apply. I'm talking about my heritage. It's just like it's wrong for Sarah Jane in Tasha Life to reject her black mama, okay, for white women to go past. It's wrong for me to reject my non-black roots too. You want to include everything in your roots, the black and the non-black. So you can't have it, but wait, who had it worse? That doesn't matter. It's still wrong, right? If I had a white grandma or grandpa and they was not racist, oh, but I'm gonna hide them from society because I'm afraid in the hood they're gonna talk about me. That's no different from me looking white and have a dark-skinned black grandma or black grandpa and scared that somebody gonna find out the truth. You know what I'm saying? It's the same. It's what the Latinos who racist doing, and it's what y'all doing. Africans saying no, they ain't no full-blown African. Y'all get mad at the African phone channel lady, the sister, the father, because she's telling you that you're not pure African. You're going by a white racist standard that lets you to be where you mistreated, okay, which is abuse of slavery. They wanted us to be treated like we're not human because we have African DNA in us. The idea of African was to be a property sold in slavery, okay, because the reason made it, yes, Africans sold each other, which was non-racial, okay, but in America, majority of slaves were African. So that African DNA means to be at the bottom and be submissive to the white man who think he's God and all other stuff. So do you understand that? They look at African DNA in that perspective, and if you did look non-black or look white, they didn't want you mixing it because the people who think that their children be looking like them with black DNA, okay? Passing for white, yeah, and then you don't take power and let the folks who do look black, okay, who can't pass, or look black enough, or whatever, look more, can't pass, whatever the case, they'll be just as free as a white man. That's what they're scared of, okay? That's what they're scared of, okay? So, point is, and Abraham Lincoln did that, okay, because he was a Melungeon, okay, wasn't no full-blown white man, he had native and black in him too. Let's be real, Melungeon, okay, you know your history. So, point is, that's my point, okay? I would never, if I were a gang member, and of course I would not want, I wanted to be a gang member when I was younger, when I was getting bullied, but I never joined. But let's say I did. First, I wouldn't be calling myself no nigga. I be something that's honorable, even though I maybe not do honorable things, but I put myself on a high level, right? A king, okay? Something that's on top, not the servant and the slave. That's not me, okay? Second of all, I was someone who doesn't, even though they do have African bloodline. Tekashi 69 don't openly tell people that. We just know historically, true history, not what they teach in history classes. Mexico had African roots, which is celebrate the fact that Mexico was abolished slavery on the 15th of September 1829, 109 years ago. While everybody celebrated the independence of Mexico the same day years later on, slavery was ended. Okay, and also because the Anglos were coming to Texas, which is now here, Texas, and trying to take over Texas so they'd be a slave country. Okay, which is part of the slave state, which is the Confederacy, was a greedy behind. Talking about the Anglo ancestors who were racist. Okay, truth of the matter is, slave by African descended people would be pure, mixed, whatever. Point is, truth of the matter is that we know that they deny the African bloodline with Jose Vasconcelos, La Raza Cosmica lie. Okay, which has led to, saying they're mestizo instead of Afro-mestizo, okay? They three races, not two races mixture, okay? Biracial, should I say, okay? And so now we also know the African influence, and that is very big in Puerto Rico, but you have people who don't look black, who say they white, okay? Or they just Spaniard and native, okay? Which they are part Spanish, but also African too, okay? So you have in both ends, the denial of black, especially in the United States, which is very racist. Yeah, it's racism in Puerto Rico, Mexico, and other places, but this country, the richest country in the world, remember, this country was found by racism, okay? That's what made it rich, especially with slavery, okay? The colonization, killing the Native people off, our ancestors, Native ancestors, because I'm Native American too, and they're killing our African and mistreating, abusing them for white supremacy. That's the whole reason why, if you know. So that's why it's a racist country. Money behind racism, okay? Point is, and it's sad that people who are victims of it suck themselves into it, okay? Coons and coconuts, in particular, okay? Banana coons, okay? Point is, so the reason I said coon. Point is, I would never allow someone to call me nigga. If I don't want to be reminded of slavery and Jim Crow, I don't want to forget that past, so my children can know where they came from. But I don't want to by practicing this oppression on me. Well, even though Tekashi is not white, okay, he's mixed with white and native and black, but and they try to make Hispanics, singing they white when they not, they mixed, okay, and he is white looking. He not gonna pretend to be the white man towards me. You know what I'm saying? When the white man call him all time WICKs, SPICs, if you know what I mean. Thank you. So point is, which no different than the word nigga. No offense to anybody, but way back and speak is no different. Okay, it's no different. It's still insulting, and at the same time, African didn't call nobody a way back because we had the cross we were going to get from slave master in Texas. Okay, about the black Seminoles and those who and Sam Houston's slaves one of them left here to go to Mexico to get away from him. Okay, I would too. Do you understand? And Mexicans can't call nobody, his other Hispanic can't call nobody nigga because every African DNA is in every Hispanic person, majority whose ancestors was in the colonization of the mixing of the native and Spaniard and black people, and if the Asian was in there as well, Asian from Asia, okay, have black blood in them, regardless of what they look like, okay? I'm sorry, majority y'all do, but y'all like it or not. I'm glad Rose Perez came out and said it. I'm glad Fat Joe was talking about it and other people talking about it. And Carlos Santana, who's Mexican, said that Latin music is like African music. Yeah, because the African slaves did not lead their culture. Our African ancestors here in the United States was stripped out their culture in Anglo-America. Let's call it like it is. All right? So, Tekashi 9 used Treyway. But Treyway, like I said, I'm sorry, y'all got coon on purpose. Because there's no way I'll let somebody, because let me say this. Let's speak of Hispanic gang members. I don't look the typical Hispanic. Hispanics we come in all colors, okay? Because our Spanish Creole roots, okay? But The typical Hispanic is eye-looking, olive skin, non-kinky hair with wavy, straight or curly hair and dark eyes. Okay, I don't look like that, right? I don't look like Ricky Ricardo from Lucy, Lucy. Okay, Desi Inez, right? So suppose I join the Hispanic gang, Mexican, Puerto Rican, Salvadoran, whatever, and I'm just constantly calling the members WBICK, SPIC. Okay, way back, you know what I'm saying? They wouldn't take that really nice. Well, why? My question is to those in Treyway, you wouldn't take that. I have to agree with Love Teacher because I wouldn't take it. Because as soon as the Latinos would call me the N-word, it's about to be a fire, about to be a fight. You don't have to worry about him making him snitch. I did something to him already. You don't have to put a plot on him. I put the plot on my own damn self if I was in that gang, okay? You can call me no damn nigga. Oh, no. You better call me a King Masa Musa, okay? The African king that has a tree in there, okay? You can call me no damn nigga. Put him no slave master mentality on my doggone ass. Or no told me no coochie kid. No slave, no sir. One black saying, yes, ma'am, sir, no. Okay, thank you. And then move. It's all working. That movie it's all working. Oh, hell to no. You can call me no damn no nigga up in here, nigger or nigga. Oh, not up in here. Oh, hell to no. Okay, that's called self-respect. Okay, shoot. You better call me. You better call you. Thank you. When it comes to my after I have mixed hair, you better call him King Masa Musa. Okay, that's right, King Masa Musa, the trillionaire, the richest man on the planet. That was that. You better call me that. Don't call me no damn nigga. No nigga up in here. You can put me on no slave status up here. It's in the war. So, point is, that's why. Okay, so that's why I have to agree with uneducated Lovey T. Let's address the racism from the Hispanic community. I don't agree y'all call her nigga, but at the same time, this sister here chooses to be uneducated like the ones who call her nigga. Because we keep saying, I keep telling you, reminding you, this dude is Mexican. I'm going to say it to you again. The dude is Mexican, meaning he's part Mexican, Puerto Rican, okay? So, Tekashi lives in New York. The Mexican gangs you're talking about, sister, is from L.A., girlfriend, okay? From here in Texas, okay? To me, Texas, Arizona, New Nevada. They don't want nothing to do with that, okay? Now, yes, there are Mexican people, Mexican Americans. They're the third largest Latino group in New York. But most Latinos in New York are Puerto Rican first, and Dominican. I think Dominicans are now surprising the Puerto Rican population. They used to be the dominant. So this is Puerto Rican. It seemed to me that Treyway, if they did recruit him, they saw him as a Mexican, part Puerto Rican. Okay? Yes, there are African American versus Hispanic fights between Puerto Rican and Dominicans, and the thing about these the races Dominicans gotta talk about that, okay? But it's not as strong because New York is very liberal. Like in California, it's supposedly liberal because a lot of Southern people came in and corrupted, made it racist, okay? Especially LAPD, it's called like it is. So, and they have black and brown racists down there, the drug gangs down there, okay, down there in LA. So it's not the same. By Vatos and Cholos, baby, that's in this West Coast, West Side, okay? Yeah, there's Cholos in New York, but they don't, the culture is different. Let me tell you something. That's one thing about, I'm glad that I went around Latinos, Hispanic people in El Paso, and here in Houston. I met other Latinos who are not Mexican. I get along, I have a lot of connection with Latino people. Well, hell, I got it in my bloodline, Spanish Creole. No wonder it's nature, okay? And I talk about Hispanic issues. He not Hispanic, because he wasn't raised in the culture. Bitches, putos, whatever you want to call it. It's in mi sangre, puto. Thank you, real. It's called like it is. No wonder before I knew I was Hispanic and before I found I was Hispanic on Angie.com. It's called like it is. It's in mi corazón, en mi alma, en mi rezanga también. Okay. When it came down the family tree, I traced my roots on my mama's side of the family. That was 2016. The more I can get on Angie.com was my mom's side of the family. But when I went around Hispanic people, those who are darker than me, they look African, and those who don't look African, those who mestizo looking, I mean, this woman here didn't take knowledge to know that in Chicago, which is East Coast, you're not going to see too many Latino gangs dressed up like cholos in the Southwest. So this is the East Coast gang, okay? So talking about Tekashi Don should get his cholo. He's not in L.A. fool, tanta, okay? He is in New York. They don't dress like that. And they are Hispanic, like the Latin kings or something. They don't dress like that. Who is hell here? Uneducated. That's why the Hispanic folks call you all your bullshit. You need to take time to learn about Hispanic culture, Miss Lovey T, before open your boca, okay? Thank God I had time to learn about Hispanic culture in the 90s, and then finally go on Insta.com. My photograph was the Real, okay, which is Black Spanish Creole roots, which is still related to Spain, okay? Point is, I get to know the cultures. Even when people say, "Dang, you know about the different styles of music?" Yeah, not all Latin music. Not everybody's listening to Hana music. Yeah, salsa, merengue, regular. This woman is very uneducated, and I'm calling her out. And because let me let you know, I had a Mexican American friend who was a gangster, who was in Chicago. I'm not giving out no names. I'll go ahead and give you code. He was in Latin Vice Lords, or is it Vice Lords, or one of them gangs, okay? In El Paso, with the job corps meeting. And I said, "What's up, homie? What's up, cholo? Hey, man, don't be calling me no cholo. I ain't no cholo." Because the dude's from Chi-Town, homegirl. Chi-Town, you may have some cholo, but a lot of Latin gangs do not dress with dickies, and that is the West Coast, West Side. So this is an East Coast rapper who is Meso-Rican, and you're over here talking about, "Oh, he ain't got his vatos and look, ooh." Bitch, he not from LA, okay? And yeah, there are Meso-Ricans here in Houston. There's Meso-Ricans in El Paso, Texas, where I was staying in a job corps and went to school. There are Meso-Ricans in LA, okay? Yes, they are, okay? Actually, Sylvia Mendez, if it's Hispanic Heritage Month, the reason why Hispanics were able to go to white school because Menendez fan versus Westminster, okay, in California, Sylvia Mendez, mom was from Puerto Rico, and her dad was Mexican American. Hello, learn history, okay? Point is, he's not from the area where people dress dickies and Cortez and wear flannels. That's in the West Side, okay? Do we need Tupac's ghosts to open your eyes, sister? You want to go there? West Side gangsters. I mean, you lucky that you're not talking about on East Coast and West Coast back in 19. You probably got in trouble, okay? Point is, Tekashi 9 is from New York. They don't dress cholo. I mean, they might, but it's not known to dress cholo, gangster with dickies and all that. That's on the West Side. So, of course, he's not going to get nobody on. Well, this, man, I swear, I thank God I took time to read about Hispanic culture. And then I found it in my roots. No wonder. It was like, God, like, learn about this culture. You want to understand where it's coming from? Learn exactly. Just like everybody want to learn about slavery and Jim Crow and African side, on my African side, you want people to know your pain. You got to know about other people's pain too. You can, well, my pain, but nobody else. That's why. Never forget that when we used to have Cinco de Mayo and Black History Month, what they got me in my problem, white folks who are racist, who are school district when I was in the east side of Harris County, they would love to champ on this. Because they would try to pick and choose who get more flavor and, who get more opportunity, attention than the other. And that's the truth. And then people, the African and Hispanic folks, would not sympathize with each other because they're not taught true history about your culture and your heritage. And at the same time, in a white dominant racist school here in Texas, and at the same time, you're not giving, that you're not sympathizing with each other because you telling, it's just the whole thing. I'll talk about that later on. Point is, as an African-American, Hispanic, French, Spanish Creole roots from Louisiana, I want to educate this African sister. You know what I'm saying, okay? And I'm sure the Africans don't like her either, okay? She's talking about Tekashi. Yeah, he's right. He be a kind of Mexican and Puerto Rican people as Hispanics as well. But you being a poor representation of your African country of Nigeria, okay? Now, the truth of the matter is, in Hispanic culture, there are different gangs. Not all Hispanic gangs dress cholo, thug, and have a rosary around their neck and everything else. Different Hispanic gangs dress different, okay? Yeah, sometimes they try to adapt from each other from different parts of their, but it's not the same, okay? You'll see a Latin gang dressed in New York Yankees, and you have another one that dressed in the LA Raiders. I mean LA Raiders, LA Raiders or LA Yankees. Oh, Yankees. Yeah, what's the LA? God dog it. The baseball team. God, y'all know what I'm talking about. I'm not going to detail. Y'all know you're laughing. You know his sports. Right now, I'm trying to get this old bitch to understand. Not every Latin gang member dressed the same. Not them have the same culture, and not them just so tend to Takashi. That's why they called your ass racist, bitch, because you went on this tirade thinking that this dude is from LA when actually his Mexican mother came to New York. She didn't go to LA. She didn't go to California. She might have visited there one time, but she went straight to New York. It's a different Latin culture. It's mostly Puerto Ricans, Dominicans, and third Mexicans in New York. Please do your research. So, Hispanic people don't dress, the gangsters don't dress the same as those, and you've been watching too much Blood In, Blood Out and American Me, okay?